Hello. All right. So probably the way to start this is to just start. My name's Steve. This is Trooper. We investigating the mount for the camera. All right. Let's fix that. All right. Horse. So, this is my first horse, and I was talking to Katie, and Katie's my wife. Those are our other horses, her horses, and she said it'd probably be a good idea to maybe do some video on this journey. This is my first horse. I've never been a horse person. I didn't grow up with horses, you know. I did maybe some of the childhood, you know, horseback rides in Yellowstone, that kind of thing. You know, we did do some of that. But, you know, I was always intimidated by horses, scared of them, really. But I basically grew up in a town, and then I joined the Army when I was 19, and off I went. And I did spend almost 5 years in the cavalry as a Cav Scout, which is a little ironic because I never had anything to do with horses while I was in the Cav. And then I met Katie in 2003 while we were deployed in Iraq. You know, it was almost instant connection between her and I, and we've been together ever since. It's 2017 now, so that's, 14 years? Going on 15. And but she's into horses, and she's always been into horses. She's always had horses as a kid, and she's always ridden. You know, and I try to be as supportive as I can, be there, help out with the horses, but that's pretty much been limited over these years to you know, leading the horse around a little bit, cleaning up the stalls, feeding them. I'm going to turn this so you can see what these two goofballs here are doing, Katie's horse Horatio and Trooper. So we named him Trooper because he's a wild, he was a wild Mustang, and was descended from cavalry remounts, I guess, that the cavalry turned out in the 30s and 40s after they stopped using horses, maybe even, you know, before that. But they turned these horses out and they were allowed to roam wild, and when the cavalry needed more horses, I guess they went out and rounded them up and broke them. So he's descended from those horses, and he was rounded up in Utah as a yearling, and has been kept on a BLM pasture for the last 5 years. He's about 6. And we are in the process of, getting him used to us, getting him to trust us. And this is mostly me because I'm retired from the Army now. 28 years I spent in the Army. And so I'm home. And of course I've been feeding and cleaning up after these other horses for the past couple of years, and that's Horatio on the inside of the stall, and running around over there is the little yearling that we have. See, I don't think these guys are fighting. I mean, look at what little I know about horse behavior is that their ears are not pinned back. You know, they're not super tense. Like, did you see Horatio's ears? He got him flat back against his neck when he just chased Ella off. The little one is Ella. And make sure that I got a good picture. Anyway, they just seem to be playing. You know, I think if they really wanted to, they could bite each other across this fence, but they don't seem to be. There's Ella going down for a nap or a roll. Anyway, all right, so that's the beginning of the story. I told Katie a while ago that that I was getting tired of just cleaning up after the horses and not having a, not being able to ride. I can't ride Horatio. He's trained for dressage, and I've tried to ride him a couple of times, but he's very sensitive, and I do everything wrong, and he is trying to interpret my clumsy, my legs and arms are doing all kinds of stuff. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but poor Horatio is trying to interpret what I'm doing based on all of these subtle cues that Katie knows how to do, and he's trained to do. But so anyway, it's a mess whenever I have gotten on Horatio. What I need is just a easy-going horse that's gentle and not going to spook and not going to freak out in different situations, and that I can learn to just give the basic, I guess it's called neck reining, or whatever, where we can just go trail riding. So the obvious answer was, to get a wild Mustang that's never been around people and has no idea what it's doing. What can go wrong, right? Anyway, we're going to try. I'm going to do some videos of what we are doing with me and Trooper and our learning to get along with each other, and learning to ride. And I hope to do a bunch of videos, and I hope everybody enjoys them. Thanks.